Hi everybody, Cindy Ellers here from Cindy's Stamping Studio. I'm a couple minutes early, but I wanted to get on so I can get everything all situated. It looks like I got something going on here. I'm not quite sure what. But while I wait for people to join me, I will... Oh, it looks good. All right. I find myself on my Kindle, got myself on my laptop already. So, yeah, today's date is Monday, February 14th, 2025. I am happy to be here tonight. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm happy to be here tonight because I missed you guys last week. It is hard doing a YouTube live. A lot of people do it, but it's not right. A lot of people do it, but unless you... Oh, I got something going on with my screen here. There. Oh, got rid of it. A lot of people do it, and I'm sure I could conquer it with more practice. And so, come on. There we are. There we are. There. And we got 2 people watching. Make sure that you say hi, and maybe you have already. Because you really want to get into... Just a second. I'm not... There. There we go. You want to get in on the door prizes. And so, yeah, it's exactly 5:30. So we can get started. And like I said, last week I didn't know what else to do because I just couldn't be here. Oh, it looks like Sally Becker's on and somebody else. We had to go to the funeral home for a wake. A dear friend's wife passed away, so we felt we needed to be there. So the YouTube Live, being that it was my first one, it was okay. But it's so much better talking when you know people are actually watching you. And so Sally just said hi. I'll get her in on the drawings. I draw a door prize for comments and for sharing. Okay, Stamping Up news. Oh, there's Tracy Krantz. Nice to see you. The Stamping Up new ordering system starts tomorrow. So it won't be that hard. I think you'll probably like it. And if you have any issues, contact your demonstrator. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. The last chance of things that are retiring is going on now with Stamping Up. And also we have a card stock price increase effective May 1st. So now is a great time to stock up on that card stock. If you follow me on Facebook or on my blog, I'm stocked up. I'm good to go for the next year. So there's Debbie Vine and Carol Martin, and thank you so much for liking and sharing. And when you share, we'll meet some new people. So that's what I like. Okay, what else I got? I will show you. I'm going to flip my camera just shortly. I have some technique cards from last week to show you. It was a great class. It was die cut inlays. And it's very easy, but it just gives the cards a different look. And then we have our kit classes coming up the end of this month. I have all the cards ready, and I'll share them with you also. Okay, I don't know who all the people are because they're shy and they're not saying hi, but I have my door prizes. So, for comments, I am going to send these Lemon Lolly jewels to Karen Halterman from Iowa. So Karen, when you watch this, you will see that you're a winner. And there's Ronnie Kaiser-Smith, a dark and gloomy day, but sure glad you are on to bring us a lot of sunshine. Well, thank you. And hello, Jeannie Mullen, and thank you for sharing. We have some copper clay gems. They're going to Sherry Martin from Wisconsin. So Sherry, I'm going to send you the copper clay ones, and Karen Halterman, I will send the lemon lolly ones. So there's that. I'm going to flip my camera around. Yep, we're all caught up. Let's see. I have to move my camera a little bit. There we go. You can see how dark and gloomy it is. It's really, but the sun is peeking out right now, so that's a good thing. Yes, I had comments last week that while the YouTube live was okay, it was too far away. And isn't that funny? Because I had my camera set exactly the same. Okay, so this has got to be. There we go. All right. I'm sure this is okay. There we go. It's all straight now. Oh, okay. Stamp set we're using tonight is called With You in Mind. It's just going to be a nice, simple card. This stamp set is carrying over. And then the inside, I'm going to use Hooray for Surprises. This one is retiring the end of this month. Yeah. Okay. So, we're going to make a nice birthday card. Nice and simple. Use up some designer series paper that'll be retiring, and you know how that is. Nice to use that up. Okay, here is our technique card. It was called Die Cut Inlay Technique. And what's really great is it's flat. It's inlaid. And that really made it that much more special. And all you do is you take and cut out your, you take your die and cut out your design. And it really works good if there's some kind of texture to it. Then you take another piece of cardstock and so you build it up. So there's two pieces of bubble bath. One has got the design cut out, and the other one is just backing. And then you just take and cut out it again off of Petunia Pop and just put a little bit of glue and lay it in there, and it works perfect. It works great. Hi, Courtney. No problem. Thank you for sharing. This was the first technique card we made. And what the best part about this is because you die cut the bubble bath, you get to make a second card because you already have this cut out. So I got two cards for the price of one. So there's that one. And then this was the second card, which I thought it really was a nice masculine card. And as you can see, it just inlays into, because we have our layers. This would be a good card to demonstrate on a Facebook Live, I think, because it's pretty cool. And here's the backup card. So yeah. Okay, so that was my die cut inlay technique. Put this over here. And then our fancy fold was a diagonal fold. And it goes like this. You've seen these. I thought that was very pretty. And since I have no anniversary cards whatsoever, this is what I came up with. Okay? So it's very pretty. Very spring, right? Using the Floral Delight designer series paper and lemon lolly for our base. I thought that was very pretty. Now we got a very cute Easter card I got in the mail. I got that from Patty Weed, and she made a very, very cute card. And I appreciate that. I'm sure she'll watch a little bit later. She's probably making dinner, and she'll catch it later. But I appreciate that. Yes, Courtney, both of them I liked. But yeah, they're both pretty cool. Now, if you didn't catch my YouTube live last week, this is the card that I demonstrated. It was a Happy Easter card, and this is how it works. Okay, I tweaked it a little bit because I have a confirmation coming up in May. And so this is the confirmation card I made, and I left this designer series paper but put the verse on this side. So it covers up, but when you open it, there it is. And yes, Andy is being confirmed May 4th. So I had to make a card, and I borrowed a confirmation stamp. It is Stamping Up, but from probably about 5 years ago. So I had to borrow the card, and then I changed my mind, and I had to cut it, and all kinds of issues. But this is a really cool card. I just thought it was really cool. And a lot of you went and made your Easter cards using this, which I thought it turned out great. Okay, now I gotta remind you, veteran cards, don't forget, if you want to make some and send them to me, I would appreciate it so much. My deadline is June 1st, so I want them in my hands by June 1st. But these are all the veterans cards I received this week from Rita Jacoby. And now I am up to 131 cards. So if you want to get in on it, it's a great public service project. And the veterans appreciate our cards when they go on their honor flights. Hi, Kay. Thank you for sharing and liking. Yep, Courtney, I believe this is the 3rd year. And last year, we really hit it out of the park. We had 447 veteran cards. Oh, no, we had more than that. We had 623, so we're not going to make as many, I don't think. But if we could get up to, I would love it if we could get up to 300. That would really make me happy. And, you know, use your imagination. I know this paper is from Hobby Lobby, but that's just because Stampin' Up! Doesn't have any. Very pretty star embossing folder. And it's just a simple thank you card with a white inside. That's all you need. I'm planning to make mine just shortly, and I'm going to go through all of my designer series paper and pull out the red and the Night of Navy. I'm writing myself a note. I forget about this. There. Now I will get that job done too. Okay. And that goes there. Tonight's card is right here with you in mind. All right, as I get myself set up, we are going to make a cute birthday card. Okay, and our packet, our base is Bubble Bath. And it's just your regular, no, it's not Bubble Bath. I don't think. Nope. It's Pretty in Pink. I'm sorry. Pretty in Pink. It's our regular up and down card. So it's 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. There's Renee Cotner. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Great idea that Easter card is a great idea for confirmation or baptism. A person could go and just maybe run the confirmation or baptism off on the computer if you don't have that stamp set. But it is I wish Stampin' Up! Would bring something like that back. There's Mary Jane Strunzi. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad. Okay, and we have a white inside, and we have our designer series paper is Wildflower Birthday. That's what it looks like. But we're going to use this side, and you'll see why in just a little bit. Let's glue this down. Love the patriotic cards. Yes, Jeannie, they are great. And like I said, we've been doing this for about 3 years. We've gotten, I know Denise Weiger sent me hers. So it's just a great public service thing to do. And like I always said, every year I do this in honor of all veterans, but mostly my dad when he was in the Army. Okay, I have a small piece of designer series paper for my greeting. It's 1.5 by 3 1/4. So we're gonna go and stamp that. We will use the With You in Mind, the happy birthday stamp. So let us ink that up. Want it nice and inked up so it, and this is just a scrap. There. And I used my mouse pad as for my cushion. So, okay, that's all we need for that. And now we are going to end the Wildflower Birthdays. There were these tabs, and you can make great cards with just cutting that apart or like that. But I'm going to punch out 3 circles for my card. I'm going to get that balloon in here. And pick. Okay. Get our card base here. And you know, I like to go and lay it out how I am going to go and make that card. And we'll put this here. And one more, I already punched it out, is the birthday cake. Yep, just like that. Okay, let us take our greeting. This is just a nice, simple birthday card. If you're a demonstrator, you know your ladies like nice and simple. If you're a card maker, you can make a couple of these. And that was one thing I learned when I first started stamping, was if you're going to make one card, make 2. Because you're using 1 sheet of cardstock and cutting it in half. Why not make 2? Okay, so I got my dimensionals on there. Let's glue down our circles. And that's what I'm going to do now. Jim is in full maple syrup bottling mode. And Denise, yours is ready. As soon as I get your check, I will get it out to you. This might be, you might think, oh, well, that's a bad problem to have. I'm selling it as fast as he can get it bottled. So that's a good thing in my book. It's very pretty syrup this year. He's real happy with it. And as you know, he is very picky about his maple syrup. And then after that, we'll be in cleanup mode. Okay, so there's our card so far. Now get that greeting out here. I got glue on my fingers. Hate that. It has been very unbelievably windy here today. Overcast, although you saw the sun peek out. No rain. 42 miles per hour wind gusts. Crazy. Okay, so I have happy birthday, and that is going to go, oop, don't want to cover up my, that's it. Yeah, that's good. I'm not quite done. I have party dots, and so I'm going to put some pretty in pink party dots on my card. Like so. And, well, I was going to say, I thought there were smaller ones. I'll put one right here. And one right here. Can't have too many party dots, right? Weather was fantastic here, 84 and sunny. Ah, well, good for you, Jeannie. I wish it would get nice. We could use some rain. I hate to say this, but we really could use, then everything would pop, and it would, I mean, right now everything is just kind of dull. And if we had some rain, everything would pop, and we would have some nice spring weather. I'm going to put this on my card for my decoration. Okay, I have to cut my excess like that. So let's stamp our inside. And Jeannie says they also need rain. Kay says, very windy here. Yeah. It's just crazy, the wind. I never knew that Wisconsin was supposed to be so windy. Hope your birthday is wonderful. That turned out just great. Yes. Let's put that on the inside of our card. And then our card, like I said, it's not a fancy fold tonight. Just, I like to kind of stagger them, so you don't expect me to make a fancy fold every week. Sometimes it's just nice to make nice and simple. And like I said, this is a great way to use up those scraps, because you know we have a new catalog coming out, and we'll be able to start ordering it from it in just a little bit. There we go. There's our card. I think it turned out, oh, Patty's on. Wow. Wow, Patty. That's nice. And nice to see you. I showed everybody the Easter card that you sent me. I appreciate it so much. But here's the birthday card we made. Just cutting 4 circles and a rectangle. And there's the inside. It turned out great. So, and Pauline is there, and she's sorry she's late, but I totally understand. And you can catch the replay a little bit later this evening when you have time, or on Thursdays I always have a Facebook replay and give more detailed instructions. So, yeah, this will make a nice little birthday card. And I know a girl that's having a birthday in June. It just might be for her. You never know. So here's our card, and I thank you all so much for tuning in. That's it for this week. Join me next week, and we'll have some great cards to share. And take care, everybody. Thank you.